People getting stabbed, getting shot, people getting killed, you know what I mean?
You talk about it like it's just every day.
You know, that's exactly what it was. It was just like everyday thing, you know. We didn't know anything different, you know. I don't like digging too much into like family stuff though. I don't like, you know, I'll say bits, but I don't like. I never ever wanted to disappoint my mum or let her down. Anytime I got injured or anything, I never really go to hospital for the main reason. Cause if you were underage and you go to hospital, then they call your mum, and if you get arrested, they call your mum. Here's this kid from Finchley, Joshua, and I said, yeah, I don't mind, I'll fight him. Fort Parker had a broken hand and a broken rib. Remember that fight, first punch I throw, my hand sewed up in the glove, boom. I was like, well, it's only 11 rounds to go. What more do I need to do? Was it one rule for me and one for Deontay Wilder? I fight Wilder, beat Wilder, me and Joshua could have a massive unification fight. I'll win the belt and we can dust up. They'll be the biggest British heavyweight title fight ever in history.
Welcome to another episode of Born Fire. This time we've got heavyweight phenom, Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, my man. What's going on?
I'm good. I want to get to know a little bit more about your story. Like you've had, I think a lot of people don't know. A lot of people hear ums and ahs and maybes and like. So could you talk to me a little bit about the fact that you grew up in Jamaica, come over here at a young age? What was it like, kind of growing up in the Caribbean versus London?
You know, I grew up in Jamaica. It was a hard life in Jamaica. Just hard, man. So my mum left me when I was like 2, and then brought her from family to family, friends, this and the other. Just grew up that way, you know. My dad was around. My dad was a hard bastard. My dad was just, if he wasn't dead, he was alright. That was my dad's motto. If you're not dead, he was okay. So I was brought up with that mentality, you know. Pays off now in life, actually. Now when I think about it. Come here when I was like 12, almost 13. You know, by that stage, when you go to a new country, everyone's got their clique and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
I started going to school when I was like 14 or something.
You started going to school when you were 14. What was you doing in Jamaica?
No, I wasn't really going to school in Jamaica. I was just
off in the streets.
Knocking about. Yeah, exactly. Surviving. I was surviving in Jamaica. That's what I was doing. Just surviving. Then started going to school. Everyone's already had their little cliques and gangs and whatever. You know, and I was that kid that spoke different, looked different. You know what I mean? I was shocked, surprised at everything, you know, because Jamaica and England's two different things. And then, you know, people thought it was funny to take the piss out the way I speak and stuff like that, you know. And that soon stopped once I knocked a few people out. You know, it's just because, you know, I knew to fight, so I just started knocking people out. And then people realized that, well, you know, if you give him a stick, then
you're in trouble.
Yeah, and then that got me in trouble. I got expelled a lot and excluded, and you know, school wasn't studying, so I just started getting into more trouble. Just started flipping, doing stuff on the road, start hanging out on the road and stuff, and one thing led to another. Got into major trouble and stuff, and then ended up finding Thai boxing, a bit mixed martial arts and stuff.
What age was this? So obviously a lot had happened from moving to the UK, going to school. I swear there's some stories that you could write a movie about.
Yeah,
like if you put it in a movie, people wouldn't believe it.
There's lots of things from like the age of like 12 to 17, 18. A lot of things has happened, man. Loads of things, you know. One thing that you get in the streets, you know, you start doing things. You become a little bit of a bad boy on the streets, and your reputation goes up. You know, you start joining gangs, get involved in things to fit in, and obviously, you know, and then, you know, I could fight, so.
But the people then realise this guy can fight, and he's not afraid for confrontation, so that then kind of multiplies, and the fact is you then get into more altercations, you get into more beef.
No, I just grew up where I grew up. I grew up in Brixton, you know what I mean? And then, you know, Brixton, you don't get on the Streatham Hill boys, you don't get on the Brenham Gardens, the Peckham guys, you know, and it's right, and Brixton's right in the middle of all like the Kinnington boys, you know what I mean? So, you know, we was always fighting around there, always fighting, people getting stabbed, getting shot, people getting killed, you know, the lot.
You talk about it like it's just every day.
It is. Unfortunately, the time when I grew up on it was exactly like that. It wasn't like, you know, that's exactly what it was. It was just like everyday thing, you know. We didn't know anything different, you know. Like I say, everyday thing, you go out, you do your thing, you know, it's just the norm. That's what we knew, you know. It's a norm, you know. And a lot of the time you do stuff to fit in, then it becomes a
your
thing
lifestyle.
where, yes, it becomes your lifestyle, innit? You know, you do stuff because that's what everyone else doing. Everyone's everyone. The only thing I didn't follow was smoking and drinking. I wasn't really. I didn't really. I smoke and drink, but then I was like, this is dead.
Yeah, it wasn't for
but
you.
all the other stuff, you know, what I mean, like come to fighting or hurting someone, that's not ever been a problem for me, you know.
So from that, did you think that came from, you know, growing up rough, growing up hard in Jamaica, just realizing that you got to fight for, if you want to eat, if you want to get some food, if you want to just survive, you got to fight.
Yeah, that's what I've grown up surviving and know to survive. That's what I've done. That's all I knew to do was to survive and be a survivor, and that's all I've done. That's what I've done, man, just survive. Even today, I'm still surviving, but I'm just a lot smarter, know a lot more, understand a lot more, and realize there's different ways to do stuff. And there's better ways. You don't have to go out getting shot or getting stabbed to prove, you know what I mean?
Talking of getting shot, I've heard that there's a time when you got shot and it was you yourself.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? I'm not going to finish the story.
No, you know what? It doesn't matter about it was whatever I did. Whenever I went home to my mum's, I was a different kid. I never ever wanted to disappoint my mum or let her down or upset her. And I knew that she was always, you know, if she found out half the stuff I did and got up, she'd be very disappointed and heartbroken. So anytime I got injured or anything, I never really go to hospital for the main reason was I didn't want them to obviously, because if you were underage and you go to hospital, then they call your mum, and if you get arrested, they call your mum. And then your mum come visit you. So, you know what I mean, obviously, I had to self-medicate myself a lot of time. Because I didn't want my mum to know that, oh yeah, you know, I was getting shot and stuff like that. Just go missing for a couple of weeks and just, oh yeah, I was staying with my friend or whatever. You know what I mean? And just...
So you weren't afraid of getting shot, but you're afraid of going home to mumsy and saying I'm injured?
Yeah, no, of course, because, you know, it wasn't, I didn't want to disappoint my mum, you know what I mean? I didn't want to, my mum suffered a lot in this world, man, and big family and that, you know, I just never wanted to disappoint my mum ever, you know what I mean? So I was just like, but obviously, the streets is the streets, innit? You know what I mean? You can't say, oh yeah, I don't want to get injured because I don't want my mum to, you know what I'm saying? So you have to deal with it, you know? Deal with it.
Do you have like a normal family dynamic? Like, you know, you see like the nuclear family, like, you know, mum, dad, 2 kids. Is that the kind of the family that you grew up with, like in your situation with in Jamaica?
No, my family, family dynamic is nothing like that, you know, and obviously, my mum left when I was like 2, almost 3 to come here to work and stuff, and then fortunately that took her a long time, you know, to get to the stage where it took, I think, 10, 11 years before I saw her again, but she was working and stuff and trying to set stuff up, trying to get her stage and do other things and stuff, you know, so that was hard, but, you know, that's all I knew because she left when I was that young. I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, and so I've just been, it's funny because like now, when I think about it, I'm an adaptive fighter. I've been adapting most of my life, you know, just been adapting to the situation, adapting, you know, with aunties, sisters, cousins, whatever, and just adapting and getting by, man. You know, like I said, my dad was around, but my dad wasn't the most compassionate man, you know what I mean? My dad's mindset is, you know, you're not dead, you can do more. You know, you're not dead, you're alright, you know, unless your heart start beating, there's life in you, get on with it, you know, and they're great life lessons. They're very harsh life lessons, but they're great life lessons, you know. Very, very good life lessons, but very harsh, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Your brother seems to be your right hand. He's with you everywhere.
You know what? My brother is not my right hand. My brother is my brother. My right hand is there. He's always behind me, you know what I mean? But my brother is my right hand. My brother is my brother, you know what I mean? But my right hand man is always there when I need him, you know. So it's there. If I whistle now, he just come and choke you out quickly, you know.
I'm sure there's a few people in your crew that would do that.
I'm joking. No, but family is family, you know what I mean? Family is family. But you know what? My family is big. My family is not only blood, man. There's some people I have around me and know who I value more than some of my actual family. So, you know, strange, man. You make your own family.
Of course. If growing up in adversity, like you strange who kind of comes into your circle and is close to you and who you look to in times of adversity.
That's how you see real family and real friends, man, you know. When you grow up the way I grew up, you can usually sense people and see what people does and be like, you know what, nah, I'll leave you out and the straight we can be, you know what, I can vibe with this person is a real person and this person have real values, not this fake. You know what I mean? And that's who I am as a person. If I get on with you, you're cool, then we're cool. You know, and that's it.
Talking of your mum, your family, you got your sisters. They don't like you fighting, whether it be kickboxing or boxing. Is that right?
No, my family. You know what it is? My family is funny. It's like I'm different in the mindset from a lot of them. You know what I mean? They're good people. You know what I mean? Obviously, my brother and that, we have similar mindset. You know what I mean? You know, my sisters and that. Saying that my mum was a fighter herself when she was young. She was trying to deny it now, but my mum didn't really take no smack. You know what I mean? But to come from where she come from and to raise up the way she raised up and raise the kids that she raised, she had to be a certain way. You know what I mean? But I guess it's a Jamaican thing. We're a fighting nation. You know, we're quite volatile people. We're quite very headstrong. You know what I mean? And you know, we're quite. Then obviously. There's the Irish side of my family as well, which is
there's an Irish side of your
an
family.
Irish mix. It's not the best.
It's a volatile mix.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what I mean, you have two hot-headed people who's, you know, who just, you know, it's a mad clash. You know, so grew up with that. You know, what I mean, you know, obviously my dad's dad, who's of Irish or Jamaica, was very hard on him, and then my dad done the same to me because that's what he knew what to do. So I just was raised up hard. You know, like I said. My dad would never like give me a hug as a kid. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Like I said, you know what I mean? I remember times when I was sick, my dad would say, right, if you're not dead, you can still do the things you have to do. And it's good because that mindset's helped me in sport and in life now, you know. I don't really make excuses or nothing. You know, like I said, when I tell people I fought Parker with a broken hand and a broken rib, they're like, what do you? I said, yeah, well, it is what it is. Remember the fight, first punch I throw, my hand swelled up in the glove, boom, fought it straight away. And I was like, well, it's only 11 rounds to go.
Only 11, yeah.
Just carried on, you know. Couldn't train because my rib was broke and stuff, but, you know, it taught me to find a way. You know, all those, you know, sometimes when bad things happen to you in life, it's not always a negative, you know what I mean? You have to take the positive from it and just adapt. And that's one thing I'm good at doing, just adapting.
So you're talking of adapting, you adapted your lifestyle after finding kickboxing. At what age did you start kind of the mixed martial arts, the kickboxing side of things?
16, I got into trouble. Then, you know, I decided my mom again was saying, you know what I mean, she don't want me to die, she don't want to lose. When my older brother died as well, my mom was like, she don't want to lose no more kids, this, that, and the other, and stuff. You know, mom was saying, you know how hard it is for a parent to lose to their kid to die before them, you know what I mean? For a parent, it's like, okay, I have my kid, see my kid grow up, I get old, but you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? My mom already experienced that. She just said, you know, you gotta. And then after I was thinking, you know, like my mom, I need to change stuff. I need to change my approach, my mindset. And then I just went to kickboxing to stay busy, get out of trouble. And then what happened is, it started to take over my life. It's like I was going gym, I was going more and more. Then what would happen is I was either too tired, or aching too much to go out on the road, and I was thinking, I need to relax because I need to go gym again. And then I love it. I remember the first time I said to my coach, you can beat people up and not go to prison and get paid for it. And he was like, yeah, it's a sport. I was like, what? What kind of sport is this? And then I just got hooked, and then one thing led to another, and then just having looked back, and then I actually went to boxing to learn how to box better for kickboxing. And so going there, and then my coach was like, you know what, there's something about you, you know what I mean, you're tough, you're this, that, and the other. Because he just put me against the top amateurs at the gym, and they used to handle myself. Then he was like, you want to start thinking seriously about boxing? I was like, nah. And then there's a friend of mine that said, you're good at kickboxing and stuff here. What you ever think about boxing? I was like, no, I don't care about boxing, man. I just use my legs and all that. And then, you know, but then after one thing led to another, then I started doing it more and more. And then my coach just seriously started me, said, you can't do this. You're either going to do this or you're going to do that. And I said,
you have to choose between boxing and kickboxing?
Yeah, my coach said, and I was just like, whatever. I'm not really bothered. And then after I got roped in sparring with David Hay and David Price and all of those guys, and I done all right. I was like, all right, cool. Sparring Derek Cesaro and those guys. These things I had no fights, and then one thing led to
Still
another.
as an amateur? Or
No, I would never had no fight. I was just going to the amateur gym and just training. And then one thing led to another, then obviously, you know, they had an amateur show and they go, oh, it's end of the year, amateur show, blah, blah, blah. You want to get on? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind. No, I'll have a fight. I don't mind. I never.
Yeah. Just I'll have a scrap. You'd never had an amateur fight by this point?
No. I was like,
You've just been fighting in the gyms?
Yeah, they was like, oh, let's have a fight. I said, yeah. I said, hell yeah, I'll have a fight. And then they said, oh, okay, we're going to try a match with someone with the same experience of you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, no, cool, I don't care, I'll have the fight. Then they looked and looked and looked, they couldn't find anyone to fight me. Looked and looked and looked, they couldn't find anyone to fight me. Then he goes, oh, he's this kid from Finchley, Joshua. And I said, yeah, I don't mind, I'll fight him.
Yeah.
But this time, not only was that he was knocking everyone out at that time, he was knocking everyone out. And my coach said, he's a bit too experienced, so he's had the knockouts and the other. Everyone his foot is knocked out. You've only been boxing. And I said, and my coach said, I'm not sure. And I said, my coach is all right. I'll make the fight. I'll do my thing. He said, a lot of the time we hear this, how do you inner city London kids, because at that time I was boxing in Shadow St. Mary's. He goes, how do you inner city London kids start the same rubbish? You lot come, say this, say that, get beaten. We don't see you lot again. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I said, well, listen, I'm different from these guys. I'm not the same. And he goes, yeah, we always hear that all the time. You Londoners, all these Brixton kids, all this, all of this nonsense, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, oh, all right, we'll make the fight. I said, oh, yeah, make the fight. And then make the fight, and after me and him went to war. We went to war, and then, who knows?
So that fight is a fight that I think the grainy footage on YouTube has been seen so many times by so many people in the build up to your fight in the pros. Even now, people still watch that fight. And if you look at yourself then to now, do you wish that you'd taken that fight you wish you'd taken the fight with Adrian at this point in your career?
No, but this is boxing, Boxing is more than just getting in the ring and fighting this game, obviously. I never had no Olympic profile. I never win no ABA title. I never had Sky behind me, billing me up and all of that stuff. So I needed to find some way to get to that place where I am now. I didn't really care what people think about me and all of that. I still don't to a certain degree, but like I said, you have to have a voice first before you start speaking. It's like a baby learns to crawl before you learn to walk. I had to get to that place first before I start worrying what people think of me. And before I start showing, I just need to get there. I didn't care. Yeah. Obviously I was built as this flipping psychopath or whatever, but I didn't care about that. I just need the opportunity to be built because I never had the background and all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? And when I think about it, I know I've done it, I know I got there. It's quite remarkable, to be honest, you know what I mean? Obviously the comeback and this and the other, but I just need to get somewhere. I was going up against the golden boy, like I said many times before. Didn't matter what I did, how many lives I saved, how many kids are fed, dogs are rescued and all that crap, I would have still been the bad boy. But I made it into what I needed from it. I got there, and then now, the last few years has been just turning it around and showing people there's more to me than what you might think. What you might have heard, I believe, isn't necessarily true. So yeah.
That fight, there was a left hook in that fight that seems to become, that rocked AJ to his core, and that seems to become your punch now. If you look at your last 3 fights, Lucas Brown, you look at the Chisora fight, they've all ended, Parker, all ended with the left hook.
It's something I've always had, I've been knocking guys out with it from the smaller shows, but that's what I'm saying. See, you can only go that far back because I haven't had the TV fights. If you go even further back and look in my early days, I've been knocking guys out with the left hook for a long time, you know what I mean? But, it's just got better, I've had my injuries, I've had my downfalls and other things and that, but now I'm a clearer state of mind, training better, living better, more healthier, doing stuff like getting physio and stuff. Up until the Joshua fight, I wasn't getting no physio or nothing, I was training by myself. Joshua was training in Sheffield with all the scientists and all the guys. I was just training in Brixton, doing my thing, doing my thing. I was just training, eating.
Just winging it, just seeing.
Yeah, that's it. No, okay, I got punch power. Believing it, anyone I touch will get dropped at some point. I got to just touch you. You know what I mean? And then, it worked for a long time. It got me to a certain stage. But then you realize that there's a level. There's an elite level. And that's what it was. I came up against an elite when I wasn't an elite. You know what I mean? And then That was the difference, and that's why now, the last 3 years I've been working on becoming an elite. It's still a long way to go, but last 3 years, that's why you can see the physical, mental changes and everything, you know.
Those mental changes, like I look at you now, obviously you're calm, you're reserved, you obviously think before you say everything, you think before you speak, and before you act. You're talking about getting physio, you're talking about going up to Loughborough to train with those guys, which is a similar setup to Sheffield. How did that change happen in your mentality? Was it because you were fighting these more elite level guys, or was it just something within you?
No, I came up short when I went to the well. You know, I realised that these little things like Josh was recovering 2 or 3 seconds before me when I was hurting him with punches. You know, we'll both blow and we'll recover. You know what I mean? And then no one understand it, and I realised, I think, how long was I training? How was I even able to last that long? With the injury I had, the condition I was in, the mental space I was in and stuff like that, I'm surprised I even lasted that long. Surprised on paper I was meant to last 1 or 2 rounds, and rightly so, because it's the level. They knew what he was doing compared to what I was doing, because people in the boxing, smart people in the grapevine knew what I was doing and they knew what he was doing. So it was like a machine versus a flipping just some normal geezer with the mindset of a machine, but he's not nowhere near a machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, after that we regrouped, me and my team, and after, you know, we were very honest people. We sat down and we said, listen, I'd have beaten Joshua, I'd have probably lost my next fight anyway, because I never had the fitness, the conditioning, the aftercare, nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, we thought about it, we broke it down, we took a look and we said, you know what? Everything needs to change. I got rid of my whole old setup, changed, moved up to Loughborough, you know, started a new day, and then, you know, here we are today, and this thing, still probably another 30% of improvement left in every department to come.
There's a lot of politics in boxing, and one of the biggest, I think, annoyances that the boxing fans, and I'm sure yourself have, is that a prospective or potential fight with Wilder hasn't happened. Because I think you speak to anybody, they think that's a fight that you can do well, and it's an interesting fight. It's a fight that the fans are going to want to see. And then we saw you talking, I think it was at the Copper Box, you were in, is it Mauricio Sullivan's ear, WBC. So what conversation was that? Because I think as the number one, I think people expected you to kind of be in the mix of fighting him.
It was just like, what more do I need to do? That's it, what more do I need to do? You know, was it one rule for me and one for Deontay Wilder? You know, look at my resume, who I fought. Look at this, if you guys get a chance, go back and look at the 3 guys above me who won world title. Look at their track record leading up to the world title, and look at mine. Look who deserved a world title shot more than all of them. Remember, Wilder fought Jason Gavin, some other idiot, then he fought Bremen Stavern. I think it was a voluntary fight. I don't think it was mandatory. Wilder fought 1 WBC title fight before he fought for the title. 1 was the WBC NABF youth, nonsense. I fought like about 10 WBC title fights. I've been ranked number 1 for 2 years. I've fought for every single WBC title fight I've been eligible for, apart from the WBC gold belt. You know, I've been in the WBC clean boxing program for 3 years. Done everything, you know, turned down. One of the reasons I turned down the Joshua fight was because the WBC promised me the fight with Brazil, which was going to lead to the
Wilder fight.
Wilder fight. That's one of the main reasons why I turned down the fight. I thought, okay, I got Wilder on the hook. I fight Wilder, beat Wilder, me and Joshua could have a massive unification fight. Unlike Wilder that keeps running away, or Joshua that keeps running from Wilder, I'll win the belt and we can dust up. Massive, they'll be the biggest British heavyweight title fight ever in history.
I think everyone would look forward to seeing that. But how do you see the Wilder-Brazil fight going? Because I personally can't see it going past 5 rounds.
That should even been a fight. I'll educate you further on that. When Brazil fought Eric Molina was banned from all sports worldwide because he failed a drug test after the Joshua fight. So not only from boxing, he was banned from any other competitive sport in the world by VADA and UCAD. And the WBC still allowed him to fight Brazil for a WBC title final limit. And Brazil's number 4 WBC. He's been there probably about 6 months or whatever. I've been at number 1 for 3 years. About 2 years and a bit, I think. Number 1 contender. Licking down top 10 contenders. You know, so but that's boxing, man. That's boxing. You know, look, Aguilar, Sonny Liston, all those guys that take the hard road to the title. You know, fight, they had to, you know, but it is what it is. I'm not comparing myself to them, but, you know what I mean? You know, it's just what it is. Nothing don't change, you know. Rocky Marciano, you know, look at the way he got to the title. He got his way to the title. Fight old man who's past it and get his way to the title.
You're not doing it the easy way. Oscar Rivas, next fight, that is a fight that a lot of people see as a potential banana kick. He's a good fighter. You went face to face with him. You looked into his eyes. He's, you know, you speak to Richard, or you speak to the guys there. They said, you know what I mean, there's a fire in his eyes, and he's not come to lay down. So how did you feel, kind of being?
You know, I have to beat that out of him. You know, I have to just dominate that and just say, you know, for me, I'm still learning, I'm still experiencing. So by me beating these guys, I'm just stealing all the experience. I spent 10, 15 years in the amateur. I'm just stealing all that by beating them. I'm just, you know what I mean? It's just like, you wait 15 years, I come in, I wipe you out and take all the experience and move on. But he's a good fighter, he's strong, he's tough, he's solid, he's ambitious, you know what I mean? But let's see, he's 26 and all, he ain't really fought no one of any name. If he was, you know what I mean, if he was that much of a killer and an avoided fighter like he said he was, he should have been dominating on these guys, you know what I mean? Whereas I've been chasing these guys left, right and centre, trying to get them. But, you know, some people say I'm crazy, maybe I am.
Yeah. How much did you know about him? How much did you know about Rivas before? Were you studying him? Was he one of the kind of as a potential opponent, or was he someone you thought that maybe nick a bit of experience from him and take that into the title fights?
No, Rivas is a good fighter. Look at his track record. He beat Andy Ruiz, Kubrat Pulev, I think he lost the Glasgow fight. He might have beat him. I'm not sure. Being a lot of the top guys around, you know what I mean? He only came up short to Roberto Camarelli in the Olympics. You know, multiple gold medals and stuff in all his amateur tournament. Loads of fight. It's a good fight. He's undefeated as a professional. He just stopped Brian Jennings in the 12th round, which had done him a lot of confidence to show that he's got engine and punch power late in the fights and stuff like that. So, you know, it's and the main thing is he haven't lost. He haven't fought anyone I've fought, and he's got the undefeated mentality, that mindset, and he's a lion. You know, he's coming to fight.
How do you see that fight going? How do your attributes match up with his attributes, and how are you going to break him down?
I just do what I do. I just go out there and try and hurt him as soon as I can, and just keep hurting him till I stop him. You know, that's what I do. I don't, you know what I mean? I come and I do my thing. You know, I'm not the best fighter. I'm not the prettiest, the fastest, or the biggest, but I'll hurt you and I won't stop hurting you. You know, if I hit you one spot in your body, you show signs of being hurt, I'll keep chipping away until you fold. You know, I don't mind hitting you in your arms. I don't mind hitting you in your neck. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. If I'm just hitting arms and I can't get anything, I'll keep hitting them until something breaks in your arms. You know, that's my mindset.
Don't want to look past the fight, but if you want to see your kind of the future, the rest of 2019, 2020, what's the next fight? What's the next big fight for you? What are you looking for? Who's on your hit list?
I'm just looking for Oscar Rivas right now, man. He's the only person on my hit list right now. Then I'll be like, okay, now. But right now, Oscar Rivas, he's a tough challenger. He's a strong guy. Look at him, he's got big hands, his legs is big. He's got big shoulders, quite wide. He's a bit short on me. You can tell he's one of them brothers. He's that one of those African guys that you went to school. You know those African guys that's really strong and good at everything. That's really,
like how? Yeah.
You're like year 7 and my man have the real, you're like,
he's got a beard and a
I know,
six-pack. Yeah.
He's just well built. That was him.
Interesting.
You know, that was him.
Cool. And that was the big man, Dillian Whyte, for Born Fire. Thanks, bro.
Respect, brother.
Make my hands look tiny, though.
That's what she said.